Did you know that according to David Smith from the University of Bristol, there are over 43 quintillion different combinations that can be used to help solve the Rubik's Cube? How many of you ever tried to solve the Rubik's Cube? I learned how to solve the original 3x3 Rubik's Cube about 4 years ago and can solve one in less than 2 minutes. According to Mark Matthews in Business is Like a Rubik's Cube, only about 5.8% of all people can solve the Rubik's Cube, and after this speech, I hope that all of you are part of that small percentage. We are going to break the cube into 3 layers, and I'm going to describe and show you how to solve each layer. First, let's talk about how to solve the white side or first layer of the Rubik's Cube. When I began learning about the Rubik's Cube, James, a student teacher, told me that the most important tip to remember is that no matter which way you move the cube, the centers don't move. What he meant was that the white and yellow are always opposite, blue and green are always opposite, and orange and red are always opposite. No matter which way you move it, they're always opposite. So when solving the first layer, the white side, you want to make a cross in the middle. So we're going to find a edge piece, orange and white. So what you want to do is move it to its center piece right here. What you're going to do is move it out of the way. You're going to put the middle layer down, replace this piece, and move it back up. And now it is aligned with both center pieces. So if you have one that's on the bottom, like this white and blue, don't worry. All you have to do is align the blue with its center piece, and then turn the face that it's on twice, and now they're aligned. I'm going to repeat this process to finish this step. Now that I have finished this, we're going to do the corners now, and there are many different combinations you could get. First, we're going to start with the red and blue. So just put it in between its 2 center pieces. So it's on the right, so we're going to move it left. So it's out of the way. Move the right side down. Replace this piece and move it back up. Now it's in between its 2 edge pieces. The next one we're going to do is red and green, and it goes right here on the left, so we'll move it out of the way. Move the left side down, move this one back over and put it back up. And if you get one on bottom, don't worry, you just have to move it out of the way so it's not under the side you're trying to move it. You'll move this side down to where it's like this. You'll flip it to where when you bring it back up, it's in the bottom layer. So this one's blue and orange, and since it's right here, you'll move it out of the way. You'll move it this down, replace, and put it back. I'm going to finish this process. So now I've finished the first layer. Now that we have solved the top white layer of the 3x3 Rubik's Cube, we're going to talk about how to solve the middle layer of the cube. According to my Uncle Chase, who has been solving these things for many years, the first thing you want to do when solving the middle layer is turn it upside down. So when doing this, you don't have to worry about the white side. So when doing this, you take the red and find one of the colors on this side, not on top. You look on the side and you match it with its centerpiece. Then you look at the color on top and put it on its opposite side. So red, so it's orange, so you move it there. Move the right side up, turn the top counterclockwise, put the right side back down, and like you did in the first layer, just put it back into place. And then the next step is right here with green and orange, so you move that with its centerpiece right here. Since it's orange, we'll go put it on the red, and we'll do the same process. And then the next one we have is orange and blue, so we'll put it over here with the green. Since green is opposite of blue, we'll do it again. And then the opposite way, we have green lined up and red, and it's on orange. So move the left side up, move the top clockwise, put it down, and replace. Now that we have discussed how to solve the first and middle layers of the Rubik's Cube, let's discuss how to solve the final layer of the Rubik's Cube. So you get one of 4 options. You can either get the centerpiece, the hook, like which we have, the line, or the cross, which you were trying to get to. So since we have the hook, you will do this process once. If you have any of the others, you'll do it more than once. So you'll move the left side, the front side right here that's facing you, you'll move it clockwise, and you'll move the top clockwise. You'll move the right side up where you have 2 white pieces facing you. Turn the top counterclockwise, put the 2 white pieces back down, and then turn the face facing you, turn it counterclockwise, and now you have made the cross. So the next step is trying to make a fish, and you want to have a piece that's right here. And if you don't, you'll just do this process a few more times. So the process is move the right side up, turn the top clockwise, put the right side back down, turn the top clockwise again, put the right side back up where you have them facing you, and then turn the top clockwise 2 more times. And see, I don't have the fish yet, so I'm going to do it again. And now I have the fish, but I don't have a yellow piece right here. You want the nose of the fish pointing to the left bottom corner. So I'm going to do this process again. Now that I have it here, I'm going to finish this step. And now now the next step is putting the corners into place on the yellow side. So you can get one of 2 options where you have one side that has the corners in place or none. And if you don't have any, then you'll just have to do this process twice. You move the right side back where you have yellow facing you, move the front face clockwise, then turn the right side facing up where you got white on top, then turn the back twice to where you have an L as you see. Then the next step is putting this face back where you don't have any white line on top, moving the face that's facing you counterclockwise, and putting this back up where you have the L again, moving the back twice again where you just have the one layer or the one stripe, and then you'll move it twice, and now you just move it counterclockwise, and now you're in the final process. So now that we have this part done, we just have to move them into place. You get 1 of 2 options. You could have 3 of them out of place with 1 finish like we do, or you can have all of them out of place. You have all of them out of place, you'll do this process more than once. So you'll move the top side up, the front face twice, where you have the white strip up, and since it needs to go to the left, you'll move the top face clockwise, and then when you'll put the left and right side down to face you like this, and then you'll make them switch places. You'll put them back up, you'll move this back over, and then you move the face facing you clockwise twice. Now you have solved the cube. In conclusion, you have learned all the steps to be able to solve a Rubik's Cube. You have learned how to solve the top, middle, and bottom layers of the Rubik's Cube. You are now part of the 5.8% that can solve the Rubik's Cube.